Hello, welcome. Hopefully it is welcome back. If not, if you don't know me, have never seen me, my name is Amy, just a girl loving to play with makeup, hopefully learning some things recently, because I am trying this whole like makeup 101 kind of series. So just the basics. Today's makeup 101 is going to be a smoky eye. We're going to do it two ways. This side I'm doing more of a gradient, like slow fade kind of thing. And then this side is just that really like blown out kind of classic smoky eye look. And I'm using the usual suspects, so like kind of more cooler tones, like cooler browns, blacks, just really kind of a neutral color palette. You can obviously mimic these skills with some higher intensity colors, so pinks, hot pinks, purples, that kind of thing. That's kind of where I love to play, but if that's not your jam, then this is perfectly acceptable, obviously, and also I feel pretty doggone gorgeous. So if you want to see how I do each of these eye looks, stay tuned. If you want to see more of me, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and come along on this journey with me. So yeah, that is it. No more yakking. Here we go. Okay. Looking a little crazy. Yeah. As you can see, I've already done all of my base stuff, baking, and I have laid down a pretty good amount of powder underneath my eyes because normally when I do my smoky eyes, I do them first before I even do my foundation or put anything on my face, really. So that way I can take like a makeup wipe and kind of clean up the junk. If you prefer to put your foundation on first, that's completely fine. Just remember when you're working with darker colors, especially like if you're doing a smoky eye with like blacks and dark browns and stuff like that, that you're putting down a good amount of powder. So if there's any fallout, you can just brush it away with your like an under eye brush. This one for me, this is the JH07, but it's a nice like tapered brush. It's big and fluffy. It fits right under here, so you can like wipe away any excess. I'll probably be using that a lot today. So for today, I'm going to do two different eyes again. And just to show you how to do two different types of smoky eyes, I am going to be using the Born to Run Urban Decay palette for one, and then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette for the other. Wow. That one's a little dirty. So that way you can just see, two different palettes and two different ways of doing things. So, enough jibber jabber. So, I start my smoky eye with a transition color in the crease. So, and that's just a lighter color that kind of like lays down a base. Like you always want to kind of, especially with smoky eyes, I always want to build the smoky eye color to what I want it to be. So, okay, let's do the color Riff here in my crease. I'm gonna use the mirror here just because it's a little easier to see. What am I doing? Okay, so, and obviously for time purposes, speeding up the blending stuff that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, so you can see per my usual technique, and for my crease, I am using the JH32 brush, fluffy tapered brush to really blow out that. You can see like starting out here, like windshield wiper motions, and then doing little circular motions to like really blend that out. That's the thing with smoky eyes, is you really want it to be like kind of blown out and like really like smoke kind of. At least that's the way I think of it. So yeah, so that is our first color. Good, perfect. Color switching it up because I might use this brush again. Who knows? So then I am going to take the JH34 brush. It's kind of like a smaller, like eyeshadow brush, like fluffy eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to go in with this color, Good Is Gone, right here. It's like this dark chocolatey brown. And then that is going to go pretty much in my crease and all over the top of my lid. But focusing it mostly right in the crease at first, because that's where I want the color to be the most intense. And kind of blowing it out on that crease as well. And then I kind of just take whatever's left and bring it down to the lash line. But really focusing it into the crease. And again, don't be too worried if you get like, see, I have like a little bit of like fallout or like a little bit of shadow place where I don't necessarily want it. There's two ways you can clean this up. Obviously, you can take your makeup sponge or brush or whatever and wipe it right away, kind of clean that edge up. Like trying to do that in the camera makes no sense. Or you can take like a little bit of concealer on an angled brush, like an angled eyebrow brush or something like that. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, and then just put like a little bit of concealer and just tighten up that edge. Completely up to you what the look you're going for. And I do a lot of my like placing my eyeshadow with my eyes actually open, because as we've talked about, I have more hooded eyes, so it's tough for me to see what it's gonna like, what the finished product is gonna look like if my eyes are closed. I've done it before, and like especially the last couple of times I've done it, I've closed my eyes to do my shadow, and then I'll go into the mirror in the bathroom or in the mirror in the car, and I'm like, what is going on? So that's something that I've been trying to really do. Obviously, if you're doing the top of your eyelid, you can't really keep your eyes open because you're going to stab yourself in the eye with a makeup brush. Done it before. Hurts really bad. Don't do it. All right. Beautiful. Cool. Okay. So, the next brush, if I can get it out of my little brush container. Oh my goodness, you guys, my brushes are a mess. Like, I have probably too many at this point now. So the next brush I'm going to use is this like bigger smudger brush to lay down the darkest color at my lash line. And we are going in with Jet. It's this like black color right here. Obviously, it's a smoky eye, so that's what we're doing. All right. And you can do these steps with really any color combination as long as you kind of do that like darkest and like fading up to light. And that's why we put that light color into that transition, and I might even go over it after we kind of get everything all said and done. So that way, you really have that like faded to light look. But the key for like a really like true blended out smoky eye is to intensify right at the lash line and then like blend it out. So blending, per usual, is our most important friend. Sorry guys, it's been a weird day. Like this whole like still situation that's going on in the world is just craziness. It's scary for everybody. It's frustrating for everybody. And it's just like, what's the right way to do things? So that's just how I feel about it. Anyway, yeah, good. So now going back in with the brush that I have already lost. Is this my brush? Yes. JH34, back in with Good Is Gone. And right back over that black and like blending everything together. Kind of getting it out towards that, the tail of your eyebrow. For me, it's really, especially with this eye, like I've told you, this is my troubled eye, so really trying to get it over that like hooded area to where what I'm doing is seen. That is my key. Okay, beautiful. And then for that riff color, that first color, I'm going to take it on a bigger, fluffier brush. Right here. And I'm going to put it on that brush and really blow out that crease, like, yeah, that inner crease. I don't know. I was going to say something else there. I don't know. Because like I said, I really want this blown out just, and I'm not afraid. Like, I go in, like, this is going to be blown out. Like, if you make a mess in here and it's getting too far over, you can clean that up. Like, don't be afraid to play. Like, everybody's eye shape is a little different, so you have to play with things and know that you might not get them quite right at first, but you're gonna get them. It's cool. Like, the more you practice, the better it's gonna be. So that is it for this eye look. So let's do the brow bone breakaway right here. You know, you guys, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I like to lighten up that like the eyebrow brow bone highlight. And just get it up there. And I feel like when I do this, it almost like blends all of these other colors together. So I'm just like, oh yeah, came together really well. So then flat brush, that's what it looks like. JH43 if you're keeping track. And then I go in with that color jet, that black color that we put at the lash line, and I put that right, sorry guys, I gotta get the right angle here, right, I stamp it right on my lower lash line, like all the way across. See? That's how you do. That's what you do. So then I go back in with that Good Is Gone, that like darker brown chocolatey shade, and I just go right over that with a pencil brush. JH38. Sorry, all the lights in here. I'm like, I can't see. Oh, and then you get a little shadow on your face again. That's exciting. Haven't done that in, 2 videos. So like kind of right underneath that line, over top of it, like just blending it and like smoking it out, because that's what you want to do. Do I have makeup on this brush? Like, what is happening? Anarchy. Okay. Good. Good. Just clean up that. Whoops. That little oopsie. And then last step for this eye, really, really long bristled flat brush. This is like a flat blender brush. And then I take that color Riff and put that on there, tapping off the excess, and like right underneath that, like really blow that out. Like going pretty low there. So yeah, just going in, cleaning up anything that I don't really love. Cleaning it all up. All right. Changing that. And then finally taking that same brush that I was first talking about and just cleaning up any of that excess powder, kind of wiping off the bake on this side, because it's time. Beautiful. All right. Moving on to the next side. So different way to do a smoky eye. On this side, it's kind of pick your choose, different looks. Classic smoky eye, kind of blown out. Like, I would probably maybe do a wing on this side, maybe not, but definitely I'm going to try and like darken up. Like, I just want it smoky and sultry. So if you have smaller eyes though, like if you don't have a larger eye, don't put a black in your waterline. It will close down your eye and make them look even smaller. If you have bigger eyes and you kind of want it more sultry, you absolutely can put like a black or a darker color in there. But if you've got smaller eyes, I wouldn't. It's going to make them look itty bitty. So, all right. So going in with that sultry palette, first color that I'm going to take right out of the gate is this Noir color. So yet again, it's another, that was the brush in there, another black color. Obviously, I don't use the brushes that come with the palettes, so just leave them in there. Probably should throw them away, but. All right, and then I start out in this corner and kind of just tap that black in and into the corner, like almost like a little like triangle. Like I am laying down those colors first. Like I kind of go at an angle into the center-ish of my eye, so like to about here, and then just blending that out. Again, I don't worry if it's not the neatest right away, because I know where I'm going to get to. All right, so then again, flat fluffy brush, like that eyeshadow brush. Where did it go? I have lost it. It's been 4 seconds. So back in with the JH34 brush, kind of that fat, flat, fluffy brush. Say that 5 times fast. Clearly I cannot. And this is why a color switch or, you know, even like a paper towel or whatever is so important to get any excess off. Like I use the same brushes over and over and over again, especially right now that the Morphe Brush Cleansing Balm is sold out. Can't get it, not from anywhere. So I'm panicking because that's what I use to clean my brushes. So then I'm going in with this color Dystopian. So again, another like chocolatey brown, kind of mirroring this side, but just a little different. And I go over that black, like up into the crease, over it on the lid, and kind of like all over my lid here. Again, just buffing out that black noir shade. And it is really, really important for you to find a good black. A lot of palettes will do it. Some of them are chalky. It can be a little patchy. And then it's a pain in the ass to blend out. I'm just going to say it. I try not to curse for you guys, but it's the truth. Okay. Buttes. Cleaning that off. All right, last but not least, 2 ways you can do this. I, as you guys know, don't have a setting spray out here, so that's unfortunate. Okay, let me pause and I will be right back because I need a setting spray that I don't have out here. Okay, I'm back. Fix Plus, flat brush, a little bit tapered. I'm gonna try and wet this brush. Nope, missed. Here we are. So then I am going to take, to really keep it with like a smoky, I'm going to take this one called Ember. And that's what I'm going to put like in that like inner portion of my eye. Because that's the thing. I still want it to be a smoky eye for you guys. But I do like this kind of smoky eye that's like a little bit more like it's smoked out on the edge, like or on the outer corner, and then like shimmery on the inner corner. Okay. Bam. Beautiful. Get that out of the way. And now I'm going to go back in with, okay, not back in, it's a new brush, look the same, JH31. It's just a domey kind of fluffy brush because as you can imagine, we are going to clean up that edge, the crease, like the outer crease here. I want to blend that out. And I'm going to use the color Birch. with that brush. It keeps falling out, ruining my stuff. All right, so then just going on the outside of that line, kind of right on top of those shades. Like, if you have a lot of space, like if you have like a bigger eyes and you have a lot of space here, you're golden. I don't. I have only so much lid before you get to my eyebrows. It is what it is. But just blending out, like I don't want any hard lines. That is my pet peeve. It just looks not good. Like it's not blended together. You're just like, all right. All right. Perfect. Boom. Done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Just kidding. For this. But see, you can kind of see, and I'm going to get a little closer to the camera. This one's more of like a gradient, and then we smoke out here. This one, just all like smoky and blown out and like sultry. Which who doesn't love that? Okay. Anywho, moving right along. For this side, because it's like a little lighter, I think I'm going to go in with this pearl for my brow bone highlight. Because it's pretty. It's shimmery. I like it. And again, like I just kind of stamp right by my brow bone. Or, I'm sorry, by my eyebrow. Just to kind of impart that color. And then I start kind of blending it out. Okay. Same thing. We're going under the eye. Flat brush again. First in with the Noir, that black color. And when you take your mirror up and look up to stamp underneath. You don't want to get it into the waterline, especially if you're going to put down like a white or a lighter color to like brighten those eyes and like not make them look so small. You're going to want to just stamp it on there, and then like I rub it back and forth just a little bit, like really not picking up my brush at all, just kind of like moving the product with my brush. Not too much though. Alright, and I'm noticing a little bit of fallout here. You may not be able to see it in the monitor, but I see it in my mirror. So before we get too much farther with like really blowing out that bottom lash line, like I'm gonna just kind of wipe everything off. Because I've been baking for long enough, kids. She baked. She baked. Okay. Back in with that pencil brush as soon as I find it, which could be the next 4 to 10 years. That was actually really fast. I'm getting proud of myself. Pencil brush. Trying like not to have. Anyway. So back in with that dystopian brownie chocolatey shade. I don't know why I'm trying to look at my other mirror. And same kind of thing, like just looking up a little bit to put it right underneath. When I say underneath, so you've stamped that black shadow underneath your lash line. You've stamped it into a line. As I said, I don't like harsh lines, so that's why I take this pencil brush with that other color and kind of blend out that harsh line so it looks buffed out, blown out, however you want to say it. That's your goal with this shade. Not necessarily, I mean, yeah, to put the color down because obviously it's a different color, but also to really blow out that black and make it look blended. And I'm like, oh, hey. This one needs a little bit more on this side. Which is funny because that's a completely different palette. Okay. So, same thing. Really long, flat, long bristled, flat blender brush. Taking that with Birch. Right here. And blowing out the bottom lash line, like blowing it out. If you notice, I do go up to the corner here, just because I want to blend those, like my top and my lower lash line together. Like I don't want there to be separation. Okay. there we are. I will say, this side, this look, this I wear a lot more. I like it better. More better. This one I've always struggled with to get it like really dark and then like blend it up. Like I don't want to overdo it. So I'm like, ooh. But yeah, so that's the two. I'm going to go off camera really quickly, finish up at least my face, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So this finished look, you can do a nude lip. I chose to go for a little bit more of a like a vampy red. Also fine. Whatever you want to do. Like whatever type of look you want. Obviously a nude lip is going to make it a little bit more, a nude lip will make this a little bit more casual, whereas like a darker lip will make it a little bit more like sultry. I just realized I didn't line my under eye. I want to go for black today, you guys. Just to show you the difference, actually. I'll do black on the blown out look. Do you see the difference between my eyes? This one is now a lot more closed down. This one a lot more brighter and open. Like, so you can see that that is the difference between putting a black on your under eye and putting like, say like that yayo that I use like all the time, that white shimmer on the under eye. Yeah, so this is it. Finished look, blown out, a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more like, pow. This one, I mean, like just a different look, like more gradual, more, you know, I don't know. Like I like them both. Like I really thought I was like, I like this one better than this one. No, like I'm kind of digging this one too. Like, so anywho, that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Kind of that smoky eye how to look. One correction that I wanted to make from my previous video is I was talking about this Morphe Luminous Setting Spray here. It's not a shimmer spray. It's a luminous setting spray, so it's not supposed to make me shine like the sun. It's just supposed to like make me glow. And also, I used from that previous video, I was talking about how the Ultimate Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit. This is it. Here's what it looks like. So 6 of those bad lads. I used it today. Not chunky, glittery at all. Like just that like shimmer. So I don't know what the hell I was talking about too much sparkles, but so corrections from that. Anywho, that's all, guys. If you want to see more of me, definitely subscribe. Also, slide over to my other socials, Instagram, a.marieartistry19, and then Facebook is unofficial Amy Adams or at the unofficial Amy Adams. So you can slide over there, follow both of those pages, please. And also, yeah, subscribe here. Click down below if you want to see more of me doing these kind of things. I am trying this like whole makeup 101 thing where you basically learn with me. So yeah, that is all. Finally. Any questions, comments, leave them down below, guys. And also, if you have any ideas or want to know how to do anything, comment down below. I can definitely try and do a video on it. And yeah, that's all. I will hopefully see you again very soon. Bye, guys.